Tornado. Now about the tornado in Texas. Some people know that I take a lot of pleasure in cooking, but there are exceptions. In 2019, my family had gone to India and I was living alone in Tokyo. In Japan, we don't call them tornadoes, we call them typhoons. Typhoon Hagibis made landfall in Japan on the Izu Peninsula in Shizuoka Prefecture near Tokyo on Saturday, October 12, 2019. I woke up late as it was a weekend, and I was leading a life like a bachelor. I was hungry but couldn't find the least required motivation to cook. There was a tornado raging outside, and I thought it was a good time to hunt for some food. Sometimes I do stuff that you cannot define as clever. If my mother or my wife knew about this, they wouldn't have allowed it for sure. I went out in the torrent with just my umbrella as my protection. When I reached, I was entirely soaked and my umbrella was completely gutted. I chose a restaurant that I don't usually go to as I have to climb a flight of stairs. This was because the Mumbai kitchen was closed while Delhi Dabba was still open. There were no customers, but the buffet had been laid out perfectly as usual. The person in charge greeted me with the most genuine smile I had seen for a while. I served myself and he came to serve me the naan he had freshly prepared. I felt like a king, unique in my moment. They didn't even complain that I was making their seat and carpet soggy. I had my lunch and came back shivering. I took a hot bath and sat to think. What might have caused this big typhoon? There must be a little chaos in the atmosphere. Some disbalance caused by difference in density brought a little whirlwind into existence. The conditions must have been already present to make it grow into a giant storm. I remembered one wise lady from Sharada Mission had told me once during our retreat session arranged by the company. She said that we are like whirlwinds who gather materials during our lifetime by sucking materials as we grow, but what we actually are is the nothingness at the center. The stronger the nothingness, the stronger the storm. When I talked about white holes, I said the singularity at its center is of zero density. But on Earth, we cannot ever go that far. The storm cannot last forever. It's a way in which the Earth restores its balance. The universe is the same. Nothing in the universe can stay unbalanced for long. It does not need anyone to do the job. It does it all by itself. As for me, I like a fun little whirlwind like my wife. I like to watch her spinning out a little storm and making me notice her, bringing me back from the depth of my mind into the world. She breaks my logic, and I do not argue for long, but I do not give up my belief that everything is there for a reason, and I am here to explore and find out what secrets lies under the rocks. Sometimes I found a snake, and sometimes I found a monkey who was a former king, trapped by Buddha himself because he was too naughty. I love that monkey. He has become my friend. He tells me a lot of stories too from his exploits. He is an explorer who roams around the universe at its will. He told me a secret hideout too. He lives in a wormhole between a black hole and a white hole so that he has access to the entire universe.